Hey guys, welcome back with another Rome 2 battle replay with Linksy. Today I have a very special one because according to Carpio, who is just the most amazing dude ever, this is how the cool guys essentially started, as this is one of the first games that he played with the admins of the cool guys, and it's a very special replay for him, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll cover it for you. So it's a 3v3 siege on Athens. We have the Romans, the Egyptians, and Seleucids attacking Athens, who's defended by the Carthaginians, Pergamon, and Tillus. And the siege is on full force. So let's start off the bat and see how the assault is starting. We have a number of carrion axemen, Torx, swordsmen, Taurus, spears going up in the front. Some Numidian bowmen trying to burn down the artillery. Getting very unlucky over there. If that happens in the case, you just usually bring your archers to the side and shoot to the side. You need to be careful of the rages of that arrow tower and these arrow towers as well. Back here, the Seleucids are moving in to break down the walls, and it seems the battle is going to happening on the front. The artillery is really being lucky. It's this side. They're not managing to burn it down whatsoever. The arrows are the Syrian archers are a bit too close. Oh, that is a lot of damage, but those are just helmets, so it's absolutely fine. Silver shield swordsman spam over here. I believe this was an ultra, and Carpio's words, not mine, was this is when we thought ultra was still cool. Yeah, we all get through that the first time we ever play this game. We all go in ultra unit sizes, ultra funds, ultra everything, maximize. Shit ton of armored legionnaires for Rome. The battle will go down to a wire, it seems, because it is absolutely long. So I'll be cutting off bits and bobs of it as we go along, so you guys don't have to watch through the mobilization period. Torx pikemen over here, and there is mobile Greek artillery moving into position. Galatian Royal Guard over there. There is some heavy giant artillery over here, giant ballista. And I'll be interested to see the defense, how they are holding. Stakes and pikes, it seems they're completely abandoning the walls and holding off at a back end, which makes sense in a city this big. They definitely gonna make it hard for the attackers. I would actually just bring back a tortoise around this side and break into this side at this point. Noticing that they have set up such a tight defense, just go round and bully the heck out of them. I think Koenig is also playing in this game. Well, actually, let me bring up Carpio's thingy. Where is he? They know. Where the hell is it? Ultrafon's there. He didn't mention who. Oh yeah, Koenig and King, and we start playing together. So this is their first go at each other. So they're just breaking through the walls. I'm gonna fast forward it at this point as there's not much to see. Sometimes the frames drop, and this is one of those days. They're just getting in. The artillery did a really good job over there, getting a lot of damage. There's some Permigese Gamma Spears up there. That seems the main fight is going to happen over here. There are lots of spikes and traps. It seems as their units are running through, they're going to get slaughtered. Now, I don't know why the defense gave up the walls, because the walls, as you guys know, are the most important thing in Siege. But again, especially if it's newer players and people haven't played the game multiplayer that much or have played a lot against the AI, this is how you defend against the AI, finding choke points and bullying the AI and choke points. So, can't really fault them. And it seems we're going to get the first engagement over here. Oh. So the first lines of defense are Gallic warriors over there. This is nice. This is a really good kind of kill zone, right? You get archers here, and this is what they should have. They should have some archers. You get some archers getting the Gamma Spears in box formation and just shoot the living shit out of any troops that are running down this way. Meanwhile, you hold the line over here with Libyan infantry, and wherever you can, you sally out and deal as much damage as possible. Over here is some skirmishing fire between the Hillmen and the Celtic warriors. The Roman legionnaires are moving in at testudo formation, which is always cool to see. The game does look much better on a stronger PC, but still, the age is showing. You know, the graphics, the glitches, the sprites, they definitely show. Compared with Warhammer is just an absolute beautiful thing. To be honest, what I kind of wish is that there was an artillery here, turns around and sploof. Oh my god, sploosh would go my yeah, I would get very wet from that. These Celtic warriors will easily kill those hillmen. Even though they took damage, they're gonna do a lot more damage in return, and they're surrounding the hillmen. Pila coming in from the rear over here. Cretan archers are shooting in as well, and it seems the fight is gonna get slowed down. I might skip to the next big engagement. Finally, the Torx, it's been like 2 minutes. The Torx swordsmen are moving in over there. On this side, the Celtic warriors are down, but the veteran legionnaires had to come in as the hillmen died. Celtic warriors did a significant amount of damage. Tribal warriors will definitely hold the veteran legionnaires effectively. And the veteran legionnaires lost quite a few guys there from the Pila. Pila throws should come in any second against the tribals. Tribals losing their formation, and that's, I mean, they're not gonna get tickled at all by anything that the veteran legionnaires can throw their way. Veteran legionnaires are very strong. Armored legionnaires, though, are the way to go. Just absolutely unbeatable. Cretan archers are running away as the Balearic slingers and Syrian archers. Oh, big noob move here. Big noob move. You don't never put so many troops on top of each other. The attack, yeah, all the archers are in one place. We have Cretan archers, we have Syrian archers. This is bad. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, stretching out the units as far as possible. Never do this, guys. Saving you the pain, because only a fraction of all these archers are firing, and that's because of the situation. Artillery is trying to fire. It's not going to do very much over there at all, if anything. The armored legionnaires are in formation, so they're getting their sides shot at by the tribals over here, getting quite a few kills on them. Again, veteran legionnaires, 85 armor, 60 health, 65 base morale. They're gonna take a beating before dying. This is why Rome is usually not allowed. I like the sneaky move by the armored legionnaires coming in through the flanks on both sides, and they're gonna do a beautiful amount of damage. Even in Testudo formation, this is one of the few times. Oh, they broke Testudo formation. Okay, broke the Tropila, and they're surrounding these tribal warriors. Hillmen charging in once again, and they've created a flank opportunity that these tribals could exploit, charging into those armored legionnaires and throwing the Pila. Again, this is why Rome is so strong. Lost 7 guys to a full side charge of Pila over there. The slingers are not firing at all. They should be. There is more opportunity. The tribal warriors are really playing the Roman player, dragging in the units and creating a very solid central location. Yeah, these armored legionnaires are dropping like flies, and so will these guys very shortly. As they're getting peeled in the side, their health will only take so much. The Egyptian player is deciding to charge in and engaged over here with the Carian Axemen, the Gemma Spears. Gemma Spears will beat Carian Axemen any day of the week. There are some Torx swordsmen up here. I would have sent my Galatian Royal Guard or Royal Peltas against the Gemma Spears and then just pushed it through that side. The Gallic warriors will die over there. Taurus spears are doing a lot of damage. Libyan infantry and more mercenary Gallics. There's more Libyans. That's a lot of Cretan archers back there, and that's a lot more of Libyans. So it's gonna be a slug and a half. The cycle charges over here is definitely helping. Slingers on the wall, to be honest, would not go amiss, doing a lot of damage if they were up there, and they could definitely do a little bit more. But let's see. Taurus spears, shivers. Okay, they expanded. They stretched out their archers, so they're able to shoot more. The Numidian bowmen took some damage, but nothing too serious. Maybe it's time to actually shoot these Gallic warriors down, kill them before they do anything. Turk swordsmen coming in, that should plug that hole. Galatian Royal Guard again should be sent up that way. The ballista is coming in as well, and that will do a lot of damage. There are still some troops. There's legionary cavalry, some vigiles guarding the rear, and of course the Torx pikemen. To be honest, Torx pikemen wouldn't have gone amiss in this area. Finally, the tribal warriors at the center are breaking, and that's becoming more of a front line over here. The Romans are managing to push in. The archers are dealing some damage against those tribals, but the archers should be really ready to shoot the Celtic slingers once that starts, and the Gamma spears are going to really provide that cover fire that is needed. At this point, if I was the defense, I would fall back, just create a kill box, 2 sides, and shoot from each side, so no matter what happens, you can always have a shot. Similar to here, except they're not using their archers properly, and they should have more archers over there. It seems the Permagese is just setting up predetermined lines of defense and just trying to wait it out as long as possible, doing as much as they can to hold the line. I'm just gonna watch the battle from this surveying position. It does look fantastic, but yeah. Warhammer. I've been playing a lot of Warhammer. Actually, you know, I like the Rome replays because it gives me a chance to talk to you guys as well. Yeah, today has been a really lovely morning. I woke up to find that the channel has 200k views, which is just mind-boggling. Oh, those poor artillery crew getting shot in the air. Archers brought in, finally. That's exactly what you needed. Those archers are perfect. Now we shoot at the pikemen. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm saying I woke up to find 200k views on my channel, which is just like, I mean, last month is when I hit 100k after 8 months of hard work, and now in a month we've gone up that high. I've been focusing a lot, especially since I got the new PC, on editing new shit together and making videos and doing my best to make better quality content. It seems to be working, especially the focus on Warhammer. It seems you guys are gobbling it up like crazy. Like, people are loving the Warhammer massacres that happen. The rats and the Skaven getting burned down, and the High Elves and Repons. That said, I'm also expanding into Vermintide. I hope to be doing Gladius very soon, probably after Christmas. I might do a long Gladius stream, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, overall, I'm having a ball, honestly, with the channel, and who knows? Maybe we'll get to 1k by the end of the year, and my goal is to get to 2k by March, and then to 5k by summer. It is a tall order, but I think we can get there. And you guys have been, you know, your support is just absolutely incredibly important. The fight over here seems to have slowed down to these choke points. The archers are definitely doing something. The Gallic warriors are getting some hits. These guys are not being used as much. The defense needs to be in a position where they're abusing their archers compared with the others. The veteran legionnaires and armored legionnaires are doing a lot of work. In fact, these guys are still alive even though they've been fighting for so long. And they've been killing... Oh, Oathsworn in the mix over there. Oathsworn are definitely going to be a tough nut to crack. More troops coming in, Silver Shield Swordsmen coming in, and Vigiles. It seems the Roman army still has Praetorian Guard Armored Legion. Yeah, this is gonna be a slug and a half. Alright, let's see, the front line over there, in the Romans' first wave is breaking, but Silver Shield Swordsmen charging in, and then if they charge in the Praetorian Guard into that mess, the Praetorian Guard are going to get 500, 600 kills very easily. Praetorian Guard can be very good unkillable beast, or they can die really easily to a few side shots, to a few peel up, and especially if the game lags, it will be a mess and a half to deal with. Over on this side, it seems there is a little bit more of a combat happening. There are some troops, if I can turn the camera, yeah, they can turn the camera. There are some troops charging in, and the Carthaginian players having trouble. The Permagese force is also supporting the Telean force over here, and it's just one hell of a slug. What would be interesting if they got those artillery to come to this side and just bomb the living crap out of this, just killing as much of those tribal warriors and Oathsworn as possible. I really appreciate that Syrian archers are getting some decent side shots over here and getting good value for their shots. As you can see, their arrows are just killing so much, and these are all high value targets. Again, that's on Ultra. Archers don't make that much of a difference because you have so many high value targets, but still, that is a really good value for money shot over there, doing a lot of damage for pretty much very little. And the problem is the the troops and the legionnaires, this Seleucids and the armored legionnaires over there, are pushing a bit too far forward. It seems, if I can check back here, the Thorax swordsmen have lost against the Agamma spears. The Agamma spears have done very well. There are some Royal Peltas getting some side shots in. The Galatian Royal Guard will be able to finish that off relatively easily. Honestly, if there was an archer unit back here, these guys could have been finished a long time ago. There are gaps forming in these ranks. The Agamma spears in shield formation and the tribal warriors are breaking. It seems that they're falling back to a better position, but the reserves of Tillus should be really dropping at this point. There shouldn't be that much left. Armored Syrians, yeah, it seems they're falling back completely. They're retreating from that position and they're just holding. Up here, the Agamma spears are in even combat. There's some support from archers. Pergamon will not break, but this force is definitely gonna break. Ooh, that would have been a very nice shot. That would have been very nice, and he missed again. Come on, dude, you got this. You got this. Yes, beautiful. One more. Oh, into this. Please, into this. You cannot miss this. No, gave up. That's got a lot of kills there. So they're retreating completely. It seems the Romans have broken through. Quite smart sending in the legionary cavalry right now to try and pick off any of the retreating troops. Oathsworn coming in forward to try and stall the assault as long as possible. It seems they're falling to the victory. What? They're falling to the victory defense points already? That is very early. The Thorax swords came back here. The Agamma spears are shooting their pila at them. That was very quick. Legionary cavalry coming into the rear of these Libyan infantry, and the Libyan infantry having broken those Thorax swordsmen. Thorax spears coming in. Yeah, but that Libyan infantry is gonna shatter with that rear charge. The rear charge just does absolute ridiculous amounts of damage. Now, as the horde comes in, I would honestly send the Median cavalry to hassle and harry the retreating forces. The legionary infantry is doing exactly that. It's trying to find a way through. It seems the Agamma spears over here have already created a wall. Jesus Christ, that is a wall and a half. But these guys might get into those Celtic slingers, and that would be an absolute disaster for the defenders. In fact, the Celtic slingers are being hassled. Oh, perfect charge. Really well played. I mean, they're getting pillads, but really well played. The defense holding on very well. Now at this point, it's running through this side. Yeah, they still managed to get sort of into there. Getting a double charge there, but now his unit's completely dead. He's trying to disengage. He's trying to completely disengage, and he's sort of managing, especially since everything is running. And that is a beautiful charge by the Roman player. He's not going to get that many kills, but I mean, at the same time, he's 80 kills, and these are all full ammunition slingers, 100 kills. Yeah, that unit has definitely paid for himself, almost breaking 2 of these slinger units. 100 kills on that legionary cavalry has done its job. Another charge in from the rear by the Median cavalry, giving those legionary cavalry the time they need to try their best to hold. The Median cavalry coming in with the support of the armored legionnaires, the remainder of the Roman forces, and those forces needs to be on the back of this. They need to have troops over here. They are sending everything they can, because wiping this out would be essentially the end for the defense. Even though the defense still has a lot with Carthage and Pergamon, this was a lot of lost troops which are not paid for. They don't cost much, but the Celtic slingers can do a lot more damage than normal creatures. Too much Warhammer. Normal troops. As well as that, saying that the Median cavalry over here is still charging in. 2 of them making it inside into the ranks, managing to break through over there due to confusion. These guys need to be charging in and tying down these troops as best as they can. The cavalry is trying to break through. It's just an absolute hodge. Oh wow, that was a really good charge. That was a really good charge over there. 50 kills in pretty much an instant. These guys broke as well. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a very good amount of damage. Really well played. Seems the remainder of the Roman forces are coming in. Something needs to go and neutralize that arrow tower because it's doing a lot of damage. The Seleucid player is staying back. It seems has lost most of his troops, so he's staying back. But at the same time, he has done a lot of damage over here. Definitely killed quite a juicy target, and the tribals over here, as good as they are, they've lost. Now the Carthaginian forces have the hill, the arrows on the hill. I would have left at least one of my cavalry alive just in case I needed to chase down these. But you could always use your legatus command over there to do the damage as necessary. And the legatus is the only cavalry they have left. The artillery is on this side, but there's no juicy target, to be honest. I would send my Praetorians over here or over there to do something. Okay, while they set up for the second round of combat, let's just fast forward it and see what happens. Now the defense is just buying time. It's trying its best to get the time victory at this point. They've been playing like that since the start, taking a rather rear defense and holding themselves off quite significantly at the back. Most of the troops are still in good shape, and you have a lot of Libyans, you have a lot of Gamma Spears, so it's going to be very difficult to break through. But that said, the Praetorian Guard and Armored Legionnaires are going to be very difficult for them to kill without that missile superiority. They only have Cretan archers and some Rhodian slingers left, and while the attackers has a lot of Syrian archers and Cretan archers left at their disposal. Artillery crew as well. That artillery is going to do a lot of damage. Permagis are coming in through the rear. That is a sneaky move by Pergamon over here, cutting off the retreat. I mean, there is still the option of running outside of the city over here. They are capturing that arrow tower. They've captured the gate, and the combat has started over here. Armored legionnaires charging in, supported by more armored legionnaires over here. These guys will not be. This is not smart going into attacking into that region and attacking into this region unless you have a Syrian archer volley of doom. Killing these guys is not going to be easy. Some of the Celtic slingers survived, but that is that is very not healthy. Over here, more troops are being sent in. They're fighting to keep this arrow tower activated, while the Romans are trying to neutralize it as best as possible, since it would mean that they lose less troops as they try to take this place. That is why they're sending armored legionnaires on the wall, and that Pila would do a lot of damage. Lots and lots of troops are being sent into that blob. To be honest, that is where you would like your artillery to be shooting in and burning and murdering all of those troops. These guys are firing, the Numidian bowmen are firing and getting some juicy shots into those Cretans. Any archer that dies for the defense is big, while for the attackers it doesn't matter that much if they lose 1 or 2 units. And you can only kill so many archers with archers. You need slingers for archers, and the slingers, the exception of the Balearics, everything else has been killed. I'm not saying the defense lost, but the defense have been placed in a very difficult position. Back here, the defense is putting a lot of pressure on the attackers, as the attackers left very few units back there. Arrow tower, yeah, they're blocking the paths as best as possible. The Royal Peltas over here will not break, and the Taurus Spears will hold for quite a while with those Agama shooting at them, which is a waste of ammunition in itself. What do we have here? Oh, Libyan infantry got onto the wall. These guys are trying to charge in, getting confused in their own socks over there. Yeah, getting into the Libyans. The Libyans will eventually lose against the Armored Legionnaires, and same down here. The Armored Legionnaires will eventually win. The arrow tower has been neutralized, and that is very good, but they need to send in the Praetorian Guard, which is back here. I need to send it now to fight with all the others in there. The Cretans have been pushed back, and all the missiles back here have been pushed back quite heavily. The archers are shooting at the Numidians, but the Syrians honestly would be able to kill that. If all of these archers shot one volley into that Cretan archer will die ridiculously quickly. So the fight is based on there. This will not break and this will not break. As in, I will be very surprised if it does. And let's fast forward once more onto the breach. So there's a massive charge here. These are the Galatian Royal Guard. They will slowly shoot through that. The archers need to be dealing with those archers, because they will be trying focusing the Galatian Royal Guard down. The Galatian Royal Guard do not have the support, they will die. If they do have support, they're going to easily win. There's a massive counter push coming here from Tillis, trying to hold the flank and give breathing room to those Cretan archers, which are all firing right now, but they're not really getting that many clean shots, because the moment they move out of position, all of these troops are going to fire straight into them. The Seleucid player having to pull back some troops to deal with the remnants of the Pergamon army that is on the rear. The Agamma spears being torn to pieces really effectively over there, and the Greek ballista, to be honest, could start shooting into here. There's some African pikemen, which are a semi-decent unit, but they're not going to do much. And to be honest, this ballista could get into that Agamma spear general, do some damage back there. The armored legionnaires over here are not doing much. Syrian archers coming in. Yeah, the fight is being decided over here. Praetorian Guard coming in. They're going to be holding on for a while. It seems that is going to be the main force. Syrian archers are shooting in toward general. They've committed so many of their troops over there. It is time, in my opinion, to charge in and drive the spear home with these two units. They will be able to break through this relatively easily. The Numidian bowmen still dancing, wasting the ammo of those guys. The Agamma spears are losing, but still doing significant damage to the Galatian Royal Guard. And the Royal Peltas are being pulled back to try and deal with the fact that they somehow got outmaneuvered by the Agamma spears back there. The Pergamon troops are doing quite a lot of damage. I'm not sure what is happening. These two should be more than enough to deal with all of that. They're overcommitting to their rear forces, and that's gonna cost them the game, maybe. No, we don't know. There's still some Cretan archers back here that are shooting. It seems the Numidians have been whittled down to half strength, and the troops over here are slowly being killed because of the Pila up there. At the same time, these Oathsworn are not in a very healthy place. Yeah, these guys are getting slaughtered with the Pila. And that's how you kill armored legionnaires, to be honest. They have such a high armor, actually higher than Praetorians. And the Praetorians now on their own, they're going to be murdered very easily with the Pila shots into their sides, and they're not going to really achieve their full potential. So that might be a big throw from the Roman player, having so many troops, deciding to overcommit to a location where he just needed missile units, and he would have one missile and some patience. The Egyptian player breaking through on the front line over there and getting shot a little bit, but the Cretan archers are in the fight over there, and Seleucid player is sending in troops as well to help support. Seleucid player bringing back his forces, and the Roman player just sending everything into the meat grind against Tillis. As that is happening over there, the archers, Cretan archers and Numidian archers are trying to shoot these guys down. There is a massive push from Egypt trying to go for the center, since most of the forces are concentrated on the back end, and that is the end of it, of this side. I am surprised that Carthage has not tried to do a sally into this area. There's not many troops that are holding off onto this area, and they could easily have sent 1 or 2 units. Even their general coming in through the rear into this could have been a big disaster for them. Now the Greek ballista is here, and there's a lot of stacked troops. There is a lot of stacked troops over here. We have 2 or 3 layers of stacks over the pikemen. Pikemen getting shot in the rear, and that's going to be really painful. The ballista could do a lot of damage. The Cretan archers are slowly dying out. And honestly, come on, a decent shot from the ballista is going to do a lot of damage. African pikemen being pulled to the rear. Gallic hunters over here. It is just a massacre. The Praetorian Guard is still alive. They're up to a decent amount of kills, and so are the legionnaires. More legionnaires are being sent in. Slowly the line is being pushed back. The troops are dying. There are some Syrian archers. They should be firing at these guys on the wall. These tribals on the walls are sitting ducks, and they will die really quickly. I must say the Libyan infantry on the walls there has held for quite a bit. I'm not entirely sure what is happening here, because there's only a few silver shield swordsmen. To be honest, they should be charging in, putting pressure in on that side as well. Back here, the forces have been essentially deleted, and they should either now go back through the rear because it is open, or just cleaning up this side. They over here, pikemen just dealing with all these Agamma spears really easily. and all of these troops need to be committed now at this point. Carthage seems to be never ending. Arrows, they're getting decent kills. These Cretan archers not being used to their full potential, but again, the attackers had the archer superiority. Not they seem to be using it at all. Their archers still have full ammo. At this point, most of my archers would be empty or having no ammo whatsoever. They had opportunities where they could have eliminated this Carthaginian threat up here, but they did not. What are they shooting? Okay, he hit those Libyan infantry over there. He hit the general. Cool. Okay, so they're doing damage over here. They got a few dozen kills. I would be using fire shot, but this shot works as well. Yeah, damaging those Libyans and damaging that gamma spears could prove to be the victory condition for them. They're wasting the Pila from the Carian Axemen over there. The charge is happening with the Galician Royal Guard charging into the Agamma spears, absorbing all those shots so the pikemen can move forward. There are some light peltas up there that need to be targeted down. Syrian archers being brought in. There's some remaining archer forces. Finally, the Silver Shield Swordsmen charging in and putting the pressure over here. Tillus is falling back. Their general is not dead, it seems, no, but is slightly damaged. The Praetorian Guard are still alive. They are, and they are quite. They've gotten quite a bit of value. The pikemen over here are being unbeatable, though. They're actually making a massive difference in the fight. They need. Okay, that is some friendly fire. They need to be shooting into this fight over there. The yes, kill these pikemen, kill these Libyan infantry, because otherwise you're not gonna be managing to break through there. The artillery definitely getting a lot of kills. Fire shot would be better because it would make sure that everything dies, and to be honest, we'll have a better shot. And shooting at this Libyan infantry would also almost be better, as it would help. Now these unfortunate pikemen over here are getting focused by everything they have, and so they're sending in more troops and they're stacking their forces as best as they can. They send the Royal Peltas in. Royal Peltas along with the pikemen are semi-decent, even though Royal Peltas themselves are not the best unit to use. These Balearic Slingers going in melee over there, they 164 kills. They're getting more kills. The Legatus is here to give second wind to the Praetorian Guard. There is very few units left in reserve. There's one unit of Armored Legionnaires left in reserve for the Romans. Over here, the Agamma spears are being squashed, and nothing is being sent into the rear. It seems that the rear is pretty much empty. Like, they're pikemen, that's it, that's all they have left. Agamma spears over here broken. The Royal Peltas coming in. There's pikemen over here holding the line. The African pikemen back here. 2 African pikemen. I thought I saw one coming down this way. It might have been brought back. Mercenary noble fighters are being brought in. They are the trump card. 2 mercenary noble fighters. They're trump card of the Carthaginian army, it seems. With this, the arrow tower being taken on by the attackers, this is going to be a big problem for the defense, because now they've lost a lot, but now it's the other way around, right? The Libyan infantry up here will break. When that breaks, these guys are gonna get shot to shit by the arrow tower up there. These light peltas are doing a lot of damage, but honestly, yeah. Pikemen over here, these guys are not firing. Artillery seems to be out of ammo, because this is where you need to be shooting. More pikemen are being brought in, and damn, this is a fight and a half. Libyan infantry is being held in place, and let's see the carnage. Oh my god, I hate it when it does this. So the Seleucid player is cleaned up most of the rear. There's some more troops being brought in from Pergamon, but the Thorax pikemen and the Seer shield bearers should be more than enough to deal with it. Oh, okay. This is a big thing. He managed to make it through over there. He got into the archers, a rear charge into the Cretan archers. Cretan archers standing to fight. Okay, they are retreating. They got a decent charge in, but they didn't get that many kills. The Numidian bowmen chasing after the Gamma spears over there. We have the Silver Shield Swordsmen and the Shield Bearers pinning them down, and that Gamma spears, even if it keeps running away, it's gonna start losing troops. It's actually really running away. It did not get pinned down whatsoever. It lost 10 guys. That was very sneaky. That was very sneaky, and it has achieved what they wanted. The Royal Pelters back here, and Jesus Christ, they did not do anything. Okay, Royal Pelters did a lot, but the others did not. Over here is just pikes on pikes waiting on looking at each other, and the pikemen, Thorax pikemen over here are getting shot with the remainder of the ammo from the attackers, from the defense. On this side, the Syrian archers are getting back shots into those Libyan infantry, and the arrow tower is shooting down these troops. Tillis is on the verge of breaking. The balance of power is in favor of the attackers, and let's hope, rooting for the attackers at this point and seeing how it goes for them. The guys are shooting every which way and killing as many as possible, while more troops are shooting in and running into the lines of walls and killing as many as possible. Tillis is on the verge of being completely overrun. In fact, he's completely retreating there. Mercenary noble fighters are being pulled back. The fight is now going to be 2 more choke points, maybe even if the Romans manage to get through the rear, but I do not see that happening, as there is not that many troops left on the field that you could effectively surround. The victory point from multiple angles, and also time is running out for the attackers. For the defenders, they might just win with a time victory at this point. Pergamon is breaking in the front as the remainder of the Egyptian forces are just slamming in. Seleucid's pikes are coming in to support. The archers are getting very good value for their money up here. The slingers are shooting very well. Light pelters are doing good. There is some troops back here. Oh, and the Legatus comes in, clears the remainder of the forces. Suicide charge by the general over there, but that is going to be a really important charge over there. The tribal warriors are going to get stuck as well, and that's going to be the end of their fight. Syrian archers charging in, the few armored legionnaires being sent into this mosh pit. Hopefully these archers will be able to shoot into the rear of these tribal warriors or into that general outsworn unit, but they need to be shooting. Gamma spears over there. Yeah. These pikemen are still in very good shape and health, and yeah, African pikemen back there. Most people forget that there are opportunities to come in through the rear. There are many different opportunities to come through the rear. Sometimes even sending a siege tower all the way back here, logging it there and just sending a unit sneakily in would do just a lot of damage. More than you would expect. The general for Rome is dead, but most of these guys are disciplined, so it doesn't really matter. They're sending in troops. They've locked out an entire unit of tribal warriors into this area, and that is not going to make it out alive. There's Praetorian Guard, there's Silver Shield Swordsmen. That is the end of that unit. Gamma Spears over there. It's going to be done. The Noble Cavalry for Carthage is trying to hold on to this side. But honestly now, with the archers coming, with the attackers winning the top, they just need to try and break the tribal warriors in the next 2 minutes so they can get the archer shots to shoot down there. They're shooting down at these African pikemen, which I believe is a very smart choice. And they're trying to slowly break through these pikemen, but of course you're basically sending your troops to their doom. Thorax pikemen should be pikemen. Stat wise, but the pikemen are quite leveled up and quite beefed up. Pikemen are pushing into that pike unit and trying their best to kill and do as much damage as possible. That was just mosh pit after mosh pit over on this side. Let's see on the last bit of this fight. Rome is making another push. The tribal warriors the general died for Tillis, and there is a rout happening. These tribal warriors are being now supported by the general from Pergamon. The mercenary noble fighters are being sent in to try and hold the line. Troops are being pulled back. The remainder of the remainder troops are being pulled in over here. The African pikemen coming in to try and hold the line as long as possible. The noble fighters will win this fight, but eventually they will die. They're trying to shoot down the Carthaginian general on the horses over there, breaking really quickly. Rome is making a massive push onto these troops. All of them have encouraged pretty much, and they're not going to really break at all over there. The front lines over here, the pikemen are holding their own. These pikemen are just absolutely brutal. They're not going to die that easily. It seems the Silver Shield Swordsman and Praetorian Guard have been broken, as the tribal warriors over here are doing their best to hold. Rome is making a push. The Agamma Spears are dying. The general is dying, and that will be the second general dead for the defense. I believe it's also all the generals for the attackers are dead. No, the two generals are dead, I believe, as Egypt is pretty much gone. The balance of power is heavily in favor of the attackers over here, as they are breaking through over here. The charge is almost finished. The center line that is being held by these pikemen is not going very well, but at the same time, last second, it seems that, whoa, did I see that right? Did the pikes finally break? The pikes finally broke. No, this is bad. These Silver Shield Swordsmen, to be honest, have an opportunity to run through. No. These guys have an opportunity to run through into the rear of those African pikemen. This massive charge in through this side is proving to be too much. Those pikemen involved will break that force. These poor royal peltas not having the best day of their life, like fighting against African pikemen. The mercenary noble fighters were pulled out, and the silver shields over here are gonna get damaged. The archers are running out of ammunition, and this seems to be the end of the fight, end of the line for them. The silver shield swordsmen getting in the middle of this pike unit. To be honest, they just need to capture the center, and at this point they would almost surely win. African pikemen over here having held the line long enough. Why are they breaking? No, don't break. Come on, you got this. You got this. They are breaking completely. Seems the attackers are breaking. This came down to the wire. Quite a few mistakes on both sides. The attackers did not utilize their larger force. They did not attack relentlessly. And the defense just gave up key locations without fighting properly. The enemy won. It was a time victory. So Genghis Khan, Carpio, and Bex. I think Genghis Khan is king of Balkans. Carpio is the Seleucid. I'm not sure I know Bex. Koenig, of course we know Koenig. He's been on my channel a number of times. This is quite an old replay, but it was nice to see how they got together in their first match and they made friends after this. Yeah, I must say Bex did really well with his Galatian Royal Guard. They did do work. Of course, he could have done a bit better with his archers. He did really well with his Numidians. Carpio over here, he did really good with his peltas. His pikemen unfortunately breaking in the end and not doing very well, but he definitely was pulling rank and doing really good work. His cavalry doing damage, and the cavalry of Genghis Khan over here, his legionary cavalry, killing all those slingers from Alpan. Like as you can see, his kills came only from his tribals and Oathsworn, which as we all know are impossible to kill. Praetorian Guard unfortunately did not get the value you wanted, and some of these armored legionnaires, of course, did not do as much damage as needed, and that is potentially why they lost. I think the main issue, as you can see all throughout, the attackers did not get very good value for money with their archers, and that's also due to the fact that all of the attackers were all of the defense was so heavily armored. Cretin over here, his noble fighter, is just doing absolute beast damage. There was not much left for the defense. Honestly, I would have, if I was Carpio, I would have kept one of my Median cavalry alive and sent it through the rear and just harassed the living crap out of them. And just been an absolute pain. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy the stuff, feel free to subscribe. If yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have replays you want to send me, I'm actually considering starting covering Warhammer replays, which will be interesting and fun if I get my hands on some. Unfortunately, I don't think I know enough people that play multiplayer battles with Warhammer, but feel free to send me those. I'm covering Rome once or twice a week. I'm trying to do another video this week, just another extra video, because I want to support the cool guys. And these are the cool guys. They are a Discord server. I will link them in the description. They're absolutely fantastic. They're really nice people. They have a strict code of conduct when it comes to how people should respect each other, and that is something I respect and take my hat off, because we often forget that we're all human, and even though we play on the internet, even though we're fighting, at the end of the day, this is a game. We're playing to have fun, and if you have ulterior motives or just don't want to respect another person, I'd rather not play with you. And I like the way they treat the members of the server. They're a big family. They make sure everyone is happy. Carpio puts a shit ton of hours. King of Balkans puts a shit ton of hours into this. They manage it, and they do an incredible job making sure it's a safe community and it's a fun community. So I take my hat off to these guys. You know, they do this off from their free time. They throw a lot of effort into it, and I want to support them, and this is the way I can support them as of now. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to do more. Anyway guys, have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.